my name is Claudine and I am a guest reviewer at TechKuya. Ngayon, i-review natin ang phone na lately sumisikat sa lower price range. Ito ang TECNO Camon 17P sa halagang 8,490 pesos with our global ambassador Chris Evans. Ang kulay ng unit na hawak ko ay magnet black, pero available rin ang Camon 17P in frost silver and spruce green if you're looking for something more exciting. Start na tayo sa physical details ng phone. Ang aesthetics ng Camon 17P is a lot more toned down compared sa previous model. The rear panel sports a plain polycarbonate na medyo outdated tignan kung wala yung holographic TECNO logo na agaw pansin. Still, mas okay itong matte compared sa previous model na glossy finish na napupuno ng fingerprint smudge. Mas scratch resistant ito pero may kasamang jelly case rin sa box for extra protection. Kompleto naman ang standard buttons like the volume rocker and power button sa kanan. May 3.5mm audio jack for headphones and USB Type-C port for charging. There's a fingerprint scanner under the power button, making it quick and easy to unlock the phone when you open it. Let's move forward sa details and specs. The phone display rocks a 6.8-inch Full HD IPS LCD panel with a native resolution of 1080 by 2460 pixels, although the refresh rate is capped in 60 Hz. Sobrang okay na malalaki ang display ng TECNO, but medyo nagsastruggle siya in terms of brightness and viewing angles. And TECNO Camon 17P is no different. It has a center punch hole type dot-in notch for the 16-megapixel selfie camera. Another welcome improvement is the shift to USB Type-C, which finally makes its way into the TECNO Camon series with this iteration. Included in the box is an 18-watt charger, which means it should only take about 2 hours to fully charge the 5,000 mAh battery. The TECNO Camon 17P runs on Android 11 operating system with iOS 7.6 out of the box. Power under the hood is MediaTek Helios G85, and it's a powerful mid-range chip designed for gaming and general use. It's the 4G chipset choice for many mid-rangers released this year, and with a good reason. The Helio G85 offers excellent all-around performance, and we're happy to find it here on the TECNO Camon 17P. TECNO is being generous with the memory by giving us 6GB of RAM, and we also get 128GB of storage. But if that's not enough, there is a dedicated expansion slot that takes the micro SD card for extra storage. Overall, system performance is smooth, and we're glad to see TECNO took the steps to clean the home launcher and limit the amount of advertising being shown in the user interface. It is noticeably faster than the previous generation, and we're no longer seeing any micro-stuttering while scrolling to the interface. Synthetic benchmarks rank the phone slightly above Snapdragon 622 powered phones in terms of CPU performance, but the Helio G85 blows the competition away in 2D and 3D performance. With a passmark score of 4,979, the Camon 17P outperforms more expensive phones in the mid-range category. Having a bigger screen makes social media browsing more enjoyable, and as well as watching and streaming videos. Entertainment and social media are where TECNO Camon phones excel. And if you think about it, this feature carries over to other screen-intensive tasks such as e-learning and video calls. And in case you're a parent, you should know that iOS 7.6 has a feature called Kids Mode, which lets you manage and track your child's mobile activity. Now on to mobile gaming. Since we have a very big screen and a MediaTek Helio G series chipset, how can we not talk about gaming? So we installed the reference MOBA games, consisting of Mobile Legends, Marvel Super War, and Wild Rift. All were playable at the medium graphics settings, with frame rates ranging from 50 to 60 frames per second. We were able to push all the way to the highest ultra settings, but it wasn't as smooth for competitive games. So we recommend keeping things somewhere around medium to high. Now onto the camera and content creation. The cameras on TECNO Camon 17P get a spec bump. We now have a 64-megapixel main shooter, up from the 48-megapixel on the TECNO Camon 16. It still uses a similar quad camera configuration with an additional macro lens and 2 passive lenses for depth and AI. The difference in image quality is so much more pronounced. Noise is more controlled and the pictures are so much sharper. so we didn't even have to try so hard to get usable shots. Most of them were actually in focus. Our only issue with the cameras were the slightly yellow tint and hazy appearance, a pattern that we've observed on all TECNO phones. For selfies, we have a 16 megapixel shooter with dual LED flash for the front camera since content creation and video calling are becoming more and more important. It's a nice touch on the part of TECNO to give importance to the selfie camera, especially on a big screen phone like TECNO Camon 17P. Like its predecessor, the TECNO Camon 17P runs on a 5000 mAh battery, which can charge at 18 watts. However, screen resolution has doubled and also it has a more powerful chipset now, so the battery life took a slight hit. TECNO continues to impress with their TECNO Camon 17P. Its features and improvements show that the brand is listening to the market, learning and growing with every product set. They retain the strongest features on the TECNO Camon 16, such as the big screen and the dedicated SIM and expansion slots. Then the expected upgrades such as the USB Type-C and side-mounted fingerprint scanner. Finally, we get improvements in the display resolution, the cameras, and performance on both the chipset and OS level. Best of all, the TECNO Camon 17P is being sold for just 8,490, only 500 pesos more than the TECNO Camon 16, which debuted in the Philippines with a retail price of 7,990. TECNO has a serious mid-range contender in their hands with the Camon 17P, and it totally deserves more recognition than their celebrity endorser Chris Evans can give. We look forward to the brand's growth in the coming years. You guys can check out astig.ph for an in-depth review for the Camon 17P. See you guys again next time!